Good evening, Tiger Nation, and welcome to today's Breck Live coverage as the Fighting Tigers of Breckinridge County are going to be taking on, I believe it is the Wildcats of Edmonson County. Should be a pretty exciting one here. We're going to go ahead and jump right into things. Looks like we do have Wyatt Burnett on the mound for the Tigers today. He is currently coming into this one with an ERA of 2.58, so really solid stats on 10 games pitched there in 35 innings. So we've only seen him start 5 times this year. This will be the 6th time. Should be an exciting one. I'm Lincoln Smith here, joined by
Skylar Tucker.
Sorry, I was trying to get ahead of myself a little bit too much there, but either way, we are jumping right into this one. The count currently 2-1. That one going to be fouled off, so now a 2-2 count. As I believe up at the plate here for the Wildcats, we have, let's see, do you know who we have, Skylar?
I think we have number 25. That's Clay Walden. He's
Indeed.
a senior.
And he's going to strike out there on that, I believe, full count pitcher is either full count or 2-2. Either way, very solid first at bat there for Wyatt Burnett on the mound as Walden was batting .214 going into that one.
This is number 16.
So jumping up now is Gavin Minyard, who we thought there was some suspicion he may be pitching today. He's going to fly that one into right field. It's caught very nicely there.
That's about Zach Beecham there.
Indeed. I believe it was. So we're still not sure who we're going to see on the mound for the Wildcats. We saw a couple pitchers warm up whose numbers we couldn't really figure out. It was interesting. They had a couple people with, I thought, the same jersey number, so we're going to have to see how that goes. But very solid start here so far for the Tigers. As let's see what we've got going on here. First pitch on the way.
Chaz Wilson up to bat, number 11.
Indeed it is, who we saw a pretty dominant presence from in the basketball season for the Wildcats.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
And he also is currently batting .404 on the season, so definitely a presence on the diamond as well. So we're going to see what he can get done here. Let's see. He actually currently has 3 home runs on the season and 11 doubles, so this is a deadly batter. If Burnett can pick up this out here, that would be a fantastic 3-up, 3-down start. 0-2 on the way, and that one just going to be a little bit outside and low, so now 1-2. Not a bad pitch to throw there. A little breaking ball into the corner. So the 1-2 pitch now on the way here. Winds up, fires it in there. That one looks like it's going to be popped up. Harding going to go back, try and recover that one. It looks like it is actually going to hit the restroom building there. And it rolled down the roof slowly but surely. However, that one is obviously going to be fouled off. So 1-2 count still, 2 outs on the board, trying to get something done. Both Wilson and Burnett trying to get something done here. That one going to be a little bit high. Going to be called ball 2. So now 2-2 count, 2 outs on the board. We're going to have to see the batting order for the Fighting Tigers. I'm sure they'll keep it relatively similar to what it's been the last few games as they've seen a lot of success. That one going to be ground ball right there between the gap between third and short. It's going to get Wilson over to first, so nice little solid first hit of the game there for the Wildcats. And I mean, you can certainly expect, particularly given his odds, about 40% of getting on base there. That is a very impressive number for him.
So number 6, Gavin Rose is up to bat next for the Wildcats.
And he's batting cleanup here, and he's currently batting .426 on the season. No home runs, but given the amount of times I'm sure Wilson gets on base, I'm sure he's trying to knock in a lot of RBIs here on the season. He is going to watch strike 1 there. It's a really good pitch by Burnett. Just found the outside corner. Umpire calls that one a strike. So Burnett putting on a very solid pitching performance here so far. Has gotten ahead in a few counts. That second pitch, a little bit high and outside. Going to be called ball 1. So now 1-1 count here for Mr. Rose, who has, I believe, also pitched in 9 games this season for the Wildcats. Is be a bit of a wild pitch there. Going to slip away from Harding.
Wilson's going to steal second there.
Was kind of able to just waltz on over there. Not really a play to make it second with that ball so far past Harding. When I think got away from Burnett a little bit there on the mound, but 2-1 count now for Rose here. Burnett giving a little eye over there to Wilson.
Swing and miss there.
Yeah, Rose swung at that one a little bit in the dirt there, but going to be strike 2 now for him. So now back again to a 2-2 count with 2 outs on the board here. Burnett looking to pick up another strikeout here. As, let's see, I believe his strikeout numbers in the season are pretty good as Rose going to go down to strike 3 there. So they're going to leave Wilson stranded on second. And the Fighting Tiger is going to see if they can get some bats rolling early on here. As let's see what their record is looking like coming into this one. Both of these teams, the Fighting Tigers currently sit at 16-9 on the season, 13-4 in the region, so that's a really solid number for them. As Edmonson County coming into this one, 13-13 on the season, 3-5 in the region, so not the best performance from them. But by RPI, they're ranked much lower than I'd anticipated, particularly given they're below Grayson County, but Grayson County's 12-17 and Edmonson's 13-13, so that's very interesting number for them. Either way, the Fighting Tigers currently coming off, I believe, a 6-game win streak. They've won every game since May 8th. So that's pretty impressive numbers. They've won every game since the loss to North Oldham. So that's pretty solid for them. And Edmonson County, I believe, coming into this one with a win streak as well. Yeah, they are also coming in off a 4-game win streak. So definitely both teams with a lot of momentum here. And this one should help carry them pretty well into the tournament. Hopefully keep that momentum going, particularly if you are a supporter of the Fighting Tigers. So either way, should be a fantastic day for it. How are you doing today, Skylar?
Good. How are you?
Oh, I'm doing just fine.
Looks like number 10's on the mound for the Wildcats. That's Andrew Talley.
I believe that is correct, yes. And let's see.
He's a sophomore.
Yeah, he's only started pitching in 1 game so far this season. It's a little bit intriguing there to see him starting on the mound for the Wildcats. He's currently only pitched 6 innings on the season, giving up 7 runs, has an ERA of 7.35. So
Ooh.
going to see what the Tigers can get going here at the plate. It looks like Isaac Seeger is going to be coming up here early on. As we do have the effects mic set up again today. Hopefully it's picking up some quality sounds. I'm not for sure if we've got that going or not right now, but we will have to find out here shortly. But yeah, looks like we do indeed have, I believe that is Cole Proctor over there in the on-deck circle.
Yeah,
and
looks like it.
Let's see. I'm not for sure on what the batting order has been these last few games, as I was not here to commentate them. However, we're going to jump into this one. It looks like Isaac Seeger is going to be first up here for the Fighting Tigers, and then he is going to be followed by Cole Proctor. So we're going to see what we can get done here after a very solid defensive start there in the top of the first. See if the Tigers can get the bats rolling here in the bottom of it.
Isaac's been on like a good hitting spree here. He's had a few home runs back to back.
Indeed. Isaac currently batting .337 on the season with 6 home runs to his name, so that's really solid numbers for him. So first pitch on the way. That one way high. Going to be called ball 1 there. So I'm sure Tally, with only 1 start on the season, it's got to be a little bit nerve-wracking to come
for
in,
sure. I'd be
come in
nervous
against
too.
coming against a team that's on a hot streak. So that one called strike 1 looked a little bit outside there.
Yeah, I was a little outside. I don't know about that one.
Thought that was a pretty good eye by Isaac there to watch that one, but going to be called strike there by the umpire. So 1-1 count now. On the way, that one hit hard to right center. Looks like he may have caught under it a little too much, and that one going to be caught by the center fielder there. Not sure who we've got out there as the number is that far to read, because Isaac hit that one pretty hard. Just going into a little bit of a headwind today, so going to be difficult to hit any out today. But pretty solid contact there for Isaac on the 1-1. It is unfortunately going to be caught in center field, though. Either way, Cole Proctor stepping up now to the plate for the Fighting Tigers. He's currently batting .419 on the season, leads the Tigers in batting average. Going to see what he can get done here. First pitch on the way, ground ball to shortstop there. He's going to pick it up, makes the throw to first. Proctor nearly beats it, but he is going to be out there.
So Drew Harding up to bat next for the Tigers.
And I believe Drew's been on a little bit of a cold streak recently, but hopefully he can get the bat moving here a little bit. Still batting .350 on the season, which is phenomenal numbers for him. But hoping to get something done. He also has 6 home runs on the season. So we're going to see what he can get done. He has the most RBIs of any Tiger, currently sitting at 28. And no one to bat in currently, as no runners on, 2 outs on the board already. And he's going to watch that first one, a little bit in the dirt there. So a few pitches gone awry here for Tally early on. But again, sure the nerves are definitely running a little bit, though I'm hoping they have been calmed a bit by picking up the first 2 outs there.
Oh, yeah.
Either way, the 1-0 pitch on the way. Harding going to watch that one. Pretty low and outside there, so going to be called ball 2. Let's see what Harding can get done now with the 2-0 count. Just looking to get on base here. As going to hit a ground ball to short there. Took a funny hop, but it was caught by the shortstop. He moves that one in. And woo, Harding nearly beat the throw over there. It looked like we were going to have Eric Barr follow up there in the on-deck circle, so he's going to bat first for the Fighting Tigers in the bottom of the second, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
However, 3 up, 3 down inning there for Tally, although contact made by all three of the Tigers batters, just not in locations to get people on base. But definitely some positive signs out of the gate, as they've only given up 1 hit defensively, and offensively there's been good contact. So not a whole lot to complain about there. Either way, let's see who we've got coming up here for the Wildcats. Doesn't look like we've got any batters coming in yet, and we did not get a copy of their lineup or roster coming into this one, so we're just gonna have to see as we go. There were a lot of substitutions yesterday. I wanted to talk about this with you, as you're more familiar with softball than I would be. We saw the lineup for the Lady Tigers move around a little bit yesterday.
Oh yeah, Hannah coming in and out. Is that what you're talking about?
Well, not that necessarily. I think the batting order was swapped around at one point. At least that was what we thought. And I don't know that I'd ever seen that until the game yesterday. It worked phenomenally. We were able to score several runners. We even got the bases loaded, I believe, on 4 consecutive at-bats. So, I don't know. I had just never seen that.
Was it like switched in the middle of the game, or what? Was it before the game?
No, it was switch, I believe, around, I want to say the 4th or 5th inning. It was very interesting. I don't know if I had just not kept track of the order correctly, but yeah, it was interesting. Don't know. Either way, it was a fun time, and we've seen the Fighting Tigers have also switched around their batting order.
Yeah, they switched up their lineup a little bit.
Although this one not middle of the game, this one just
beginning of the game.
Beginning of the game, yes. And it looked like it showed some early signs of promise there, as we're able to make pretty good contact. If we can get some runners on, I'm sure with the hitting capabilities of the 3 and 4 spots, we can definitely get some runners moving around the bases here. Either way, it looks like first up here for the Wildcats is going to be number 5. And let's see who that is. I believe it is Cole Sailing, who I think also plays basketball for the Wildcats.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he does too.
And he's currently batting .298 on the season. He is, again, the 5th spot in their batting order. Either way, Burnett's still on the mound here. Not a whole lot to complain about from him in the top of the first. We're going to see what the Fighting Tiger defense can get done here. First pitch on the way for Sailing. That one going to be a ground ball. Going to go foul on the third baseline there. As Cole Proctor going to step in to stop that one. Either way, not a bad first pitch there from Burnett. Looked like it got him jammed up a little bit there. So the 0-1 now on the way. Fires one in there. That one looked like maybe a little breaking ball that got away from him. Either way, going to be called ball 1, as it was a little bit in the dirt, so 1-1 count now. Still not a bad pitch to throw once you've gotten yourself ahead a little bit. And we know Burnett does not take a ton of time in between throwing his pitches.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
As that one going to be called ball 2. Looked like that one was in a pretty good position there.
I think just a little low.
And maybe a tiny bit inside as well, but that would have been for sure a hard one to hit for a batter, although a little bit enticing.
Ball number 3.
Couldn't really tell on that one. Was that also a bit low there?
Yeah, it was low.
All right. So 3-1 now here. Burnett looking to pick up the first out of the top of the second. 3-1 on the way. That one fouled off. Looked like it maybe hit the plate and came back at him. So now full count here.
Yeah.
The 3-2 coming in for Burnett. Looking to maybe throw a strike 3 here would be fantastic for him. Pitch on the way. Wow, struck him out there. Looks like a little breaking ball coming in from the inside corner, and that is a fantastic pitch, as the umpire gleefully indicated with the K there.
So number 12 up to bat now. That's Isaiah Johnson. He's a senior.
Yes, I believe that is correct. He's currently batting .211 on the season.
Swing and miss there by Isaiah Johnson.
It's 0-1 count there. I'm sure we want to see Burnett ahead as much as possible. We know he can strike out batters if he gets them in 2 strike positions. Either way, 0-1 count right here. That one a little bit in the dirt again. Although not a bad pitch to throw there if you're trying to get people out on a ground ball. We know Ashlyn White does a fantastic job of that on the softball diamond. So 1-1 count here. So Burnett just picked up his 32nd strikeout of the season. As that one going to be called ball 2, high and inside. But yes, Burnett on 35 innings pitched, 31 strikeouts. So not bad for him at all. Is that one there? Not in the strike zone. It's going to be called ball 3. So now 3-1 count here for Burnett. Johnson may be able to pick what he swings at here. a little bit ahead. Either way, 3-1 on the way. That one going to be, looks like fouled off down the third baseline. Is Proctor nearly in position to scoop that one up, but full count once again here. Either way, Burnett already having to throw several pitches here early on in the top of the second. Want to look to keep the pitch count down as much as possible, especially considering game tomorrow, I believe, around noon. So,
who they play tomorrow? Do we know?
Let's see. I think it is Owensboro High School. So we're going to have to see. They've got in the bag there. That one going to be popped up behind him. Harding going to jump back there and catch that one. Tracks it down very nicely after taking off the face mask there. Going to pick up the second out of the inning. And that is exactly what you want to see if you're the Fighting Tigers, picking up a nice routine out there. As Burnett now, let's see, it would be 6 batters in with now 5 outs on the board, so not bad for him. That's that one called strike 1 there. A little low inside corner. Looks like a fastball there. That was a really solid pitch by Burnett.
So this is the number 24. It's Tyler Fugate.
I think Fugate, I believe, as batting .303 on the season. So pretty solid numbers there.
Strike number 2 for him.
So Burnett here maybe looking to throw a little breaking ball and got him swinging at a little fastball there on the bottom outside corner. And nice little 3-up, 3-down inning there for Wyatt Burnett. And that is a really solid start, I believe. So we're going to see how Burnett can continue on here into the top of the third. But first, we got to see how the Fighting Tigers get the bats rolling here. Definitely need to get some runs on the board if they want to take the advantage now. We talked about getting an in-depth analysis of the schools that we have competed against in many categories. Particularly the Thomas Nelson one now is a running joke with me having found out their school lunch menu. So, Skylar, I have to ask you, what is your favorite school lunch menu item?
Probably the french fries. I don't really eat that much at school. I just bring snacks in, but I usually eat the fries. And, like, the pizza isn't too bad. It's pretty good.
Fair enough. Definitely a big fan of fries myself, so.
What's your favorite? The fries?
That's actually a really good question. I haven't had school lunch in a while, being being a remote learner myself. Let's see. I don't know. I really liked the, I guess calzones is what they are.
That is nasty.
I think those are really
Disgusting.
good. Gosh,
No.
Skylar here hating on my my favorite
Well, I
school
don't even
lunch
like him
menu
outside of
foods.
school, so.
Oh, that's fair enough then.
Yeah, I
if
don't
you're
like
just
him.
if you're just not
It's
a
not
fan
like
of the
the
food in
school
general.
food. It's just I don't like it at all.
Okay. Understandable. But the sidekicks I think are also really good. I like the
Yeah, the sidekicks. They got rid of them, seriously.
Really?
Yes, we don't have them anymore.
that's agonizing. That's basically like
we go
a
in there and
war
all we
crime.
get is pineapples and pears now.
Oh
That's
my
it.
goodness. Wow. That's tough. I like pineapples and pears, but
Yeah, I
the
like those
sidekicks
too.
were delicious.
Yeah,
so.
those are the best. Like the blueberry and lemon ones.
Yeah. Either way, we jump into the bottom of the second, and
That was
my goodness, that was a wild pitch.
An awful pitch.
We won't say awful. We're gonna be nice and say wild. It was a little bit off the mark, but sometimes
Almost hit me in the head.
it takes a little bit of flavor sometimes to win a ball game. Either way, Tally throwing that one a little bit off the mark. Eric Barr gonna swing at the second one, and wow. That one was picked up fantastically by the second baseman there, thrown over to first, and they're going to pick up the out. But, my goodness, what a play there. I believe that was number 1, was it?
Yeah, it's their second baseman, isn't it?
For the Wildcats, as he is Dylan Lindsay, and batting .217 on the season. That is a really solid defensive play there, and certainly no complaints if you are a supporter of the Wildcats.
So Jared Harn up to bat next for the Tigers.
We're going to see what Jared can get done here. First pitch on the way. That one going to be called ball 1, a little bit low and outside there. Very solid eye by Harned, who is currently batting .267 on the season. So not bad for him. Second pitch on the way. My apologies. Going to be a ground ball to short, and it is going to skip past him there. Picks it up, bobbles it a little bit, so no throw to first. So, my goodness, I always jump whenever I hear that. The classic Wyatt Burnett walk-up song there. That is going to get Jared Harden on first. And it looks like we have some canine companions coming in here into the commentary booth. Either way, Harden going to make it to first there Wyatt Burnett now steps up, currently batting, I believe, 225 on the season. He's also had a little bit of a cold bat here recently. We're going to see what he can get done. Has, I believe, 18 hits on 80 at bats. So we're going to see what he can get done with Harnett over there on first. First pitch on the way. That one going to be high and inside, so called ball one there. Pretty solid eye there by Burnett. That one nearly hit him, so definitely not one you want to swing at. So the 1-0 pitch now on the way from Talley. Burnett's going to get a bat on it. It's going to slip through the gap there. Third baseman in absolutely no position to try and field that ball. Looks like he shifted way left.
Yeah, I don't know why I went over to the bag.
My assumption is that he was shifted left to try and stop the pull from Burnett, which is exactly what he did, but I think the shortstop was looking to maybe cover second to get the force out.
Yeah, maybe.
And either way, very solid base hit there by Burnett is going to advance Harnett to second. Now Cameron Shaw steps up here, who is renowned for getting walked onto first. A walk certainly wouldn't go amiss here for the Fighting Tigers, as it would load the bases up here. Shaw going to watch ball one go by there, high and outside, by a healthy margin, that is. So let's see, I believe, yes, Cameron has been walked 17 times this season.
Oh my goodness.
The highest of any Fighting Tigers batter. Jared Harnett currently sits 14, with the second most times being walked. Is Shaw going to watch ball two go by there? I think it maybe is just because Cameron has a smaller strike zone, being that he's a little bit shorter.
Yeah,
I
believe so.
I don't know. But either way, has a fantastic eye at the plate. I mean, he'll swing at one that's right in his zone. Is going to watch that one go by, called strike one there, but not really a ton of reason to swing at one, particularly being at a 2-0 count. So good eye there by him. Either way, 2-1 now. Runners on first and second still, one out on the board. As Talley going to step off the mound there. Shaw still hanging in there in the batter's box. 2-1 count still. Talley firing the 2-1 in there. Going to be high and outside, so now 3-1. And we may see it happening here. Cameron Shaw could get walked to load the bases. Looks like we've got, I believe it's Logan Henning over there coming up to bat next. Wow, another one well off the mark there by Talley, and that is going to walk Cameron Shaw over to first. Burnett on second, Harnett on third. Indeed, I believe we do have Logan Henning up here, currently batting 185 on the season. He has 11 RBIs to his name. Let's see if he can pick up maybe even a couple more if he's to hit this one good enough. So let's see what he can get done, as Talley now in an unfortunate position. Again, this is only his second start of the season. And bases loaded here in the bottom of the second, one out on the board. First pitch on the way. Henning going to watch strike one go by there. That one a nice pitch to the outside corner. Not a whole lot of complaints there if you are a Wildcat supporter or just a big fan of solid pitching. Either way, 0-1 count here for Henning. That one in the dirt. Very nicely kept in front, though. As looks like going to get a little timeout here, so the pitcher and catcher can have a little bit of an interaction, as I believe catching for the Wildcats is number 12, Isaiah Johnson. Going to get a little bit of a meeting going there with Talley. They're trying to get things dialed in here, particularly with the bases loaded. 1-1 count here for Henning. And that one going to be pulled. They're going to pick up the force out at home, so the bases stay loaded. But they are going to pick up now the second out. So it's a very solid defensive play there. A little ground ball by Logan Henning.
Way to protect home plate there for them.
As Brett Hinton now steps up here. 2 outs on the board, looking to get something going, as it would put a run on the board if he's able to get on base. So anything in the outfield here, but anything that also gets down on the ground.
Yeah,
in the
it's going to be
outfield
hard
is what you
hit to
want.
the ground.
And Hinton currently batting 156 on the season, so going to have to get something going here. First pitch on the way. Lays off that one, called ball one. Pretty high pitch coming in there. So we're going to have to see what he can get done at the plate with the bases loaded here for the Tigers.
Inside pitch there, so that's going to be ball number 2.
That one nearly looked like it dove into the strike zone for a second there, but I think Hinton ducking away from it might have caused the umpire to say that one was ball 2. Either way, 2-0 count here for Hinton. Getting walked would be phenomenal here. That one, ball 3, also in the dirt. So this is looking like very favorable circumstances here for the Fighting Tigers with the 3-0. Tally going to have to throw a strike here if he wants to get himself out of this, I guess pickle would be a good way of putting it, particularly given the nature of the diamond sport. Either way, 3-0 on the way. That one, very nice little breaking ball there on the 3-0. Not exactly what I was anticipating, but going to be called strike 1 there as that one fell into the upper edge of the strike zone. So Hinton here now on a 3-1. Definitely a possibility he could swing at this one. And that one going to be called ball 4, so that's going to walk in. Let's see. That was, looks like Xavier Perks, who I'm assuming was courtesy running.
Yeah.
Okay, I just hadn't seen him sub in. I was like, that one had me a little confused for a second there. Either way.
I was like, I don't remember him batting. What the heck?
That one's going to score Xavier Perks there. So now Isaac Seeger steps back up, and he popped out in the bottom of the first there in deep center right. Either way, base is still loaded for him here. Cameron Shaw and Logan Henning and Brett Hinton on base here. Either way, first pitch on the way for Seeger. He's going to watch ball 1 there, a little low and outside. So I'm sure Tally a little bit shaken up after walking in that run there. And
oh, yeah.
definitely do not want to give up a big hit here to Isaac Seeger.
That would not be good for them.
Either way, 1-0. That one looked like a really good pitch there, maybe just a little bit inside.
It was inside.
So called ball 2. As umpire has been very consistent, I think, so far.
Yeah, he's been really
with
good.
the strike zone.
Mm-hmm.
Either way, 2-0 pitch. That one definitely not in the zone. Going to be called 3-0. And if Tally's to walk in another one here, that could definitely be scaratory for the Wildcats. Not at all what they're looking to get done here on the defensive end. And there's not really a lot of defensive error to be accounted for. It's been more of just an unfortunate pitching performance for Tally as he's going to walk in another one there. That pitch well outside. Going to score Cameron Shaw. So now base is still loaded. 2 runs have come in. And it's a little bit interesting to me that they're leaving Tally out there and no meeting from the coaches. Still just Johnson there coming in to have a little chit-chat with him at the mound as the Edmonson County pitching roster actually goes pretty deep. They've had, I think, almost 10 people pitch on the season.
Oh, really?
It's pretty impressive. Some for only just a couple of innings, but still very impressive either way. I believe we've got Cole Proctor stepping up now here. That one looked way outside. Yeah, that's...
I don't know about that one.
We'd seen that one called the ball a few times. Either way.
We just gave him a compliment for being consistent. Now look at him.
Sometimes we just speak stuff like that into existence. As Proctor hits that one hard to left. Looks like he may have got under a bit too much. And no, it is gone. Oh, my goodness.
Home run for Cole Proctor.
Grand slam by Cole Proctor there.
Woo!
That is going to score 4. That is what you love to see for the Fighting Tigers. So they've now picked up, 6 runs here in the bottom of the second. And wow. Cole records his first home run of the season. That is fantastic. They are raising the roof. And wow, that ball hit hard there, especially straight into that headwind. Just nuked it over the left field fence there. And maybe a little bit aggravated by the strike call on the first pitch and decided to come after that second one.
For sure. So the score is 6-0 now.
Yep. And Drew Harding steps up now. So Cole going to record, I believe now, that's going to be 3 RBIs there for him. Or does that count? I believe that counts 4.
Yeah, 4.
So he now has 18 RBIs on the season. That's a really solid number there for him. And, wow, love to see that for him. I believe the junior. And really picked up a solid one there after, I believe, an unfortunate ground out in the bottom of the first as Drew Harding now steps up. That one going to be a ground ball to short. I think he is going to beat the throw, and yes, he has. Oh, my. So another situation here for Tally where got some runners on base. Looks like we're going to get a courtesy runner for Drew Harding here. And I believe is that Chase Hardesty now coming in to run for him?
Yeah, I believe so.
Yes, and he has 3 stolen bases on 4 attempts, so one of the younger players on the Fighting Tigers roster looking to come in, get some good base running experiences. The Tigers have already taken a 6-0 lead here. That's exactly what you want to see in the bottom of the second. First pitch on the way for Eric Barr. He's going to hit that one hard. Fouls it off back over our heads. Looks like some of the vehicles may be in range over there. I don't know. Either way, 0-1 count now for the senior here. And we're going to see what he can get done. Runner on first. Either way, Tally's still looking to get out of this nightmare of an inning, as Barr going to hit a line drive there over the head of the shortstop. It's going to advance Hardesty to second. And unfortunately, the ball was hit hard enough that the center fielder was able to get to it with plenty of time to spare to make the throw in there. So no extra bases or anything, but runners now on first and second.
I think they might switch pitchers, or he's going to talk to him maybe.
Yeah, looks like they are probably going to switch him out here after, wow, it has been a tough one for Tally here at the mound in these in this interval he's had to pitch in.
Number 16, that's
the third baseman, correct? Yes, I believe Gavin Minyard, who I originally thought was pitching.
Oh yeah.
I saw him, I thought, warming up over there on the practice mound on the over there in left field earlier before the game started, so I'd assumed that he would be pitching to start things off, but they did indeed end up starting Tally there, who that is definitely going to hurt his ERA a little bit there. 2 innings pitched, 6 runs given up. That is not the start I'm sure he wanted, but we're going to have to see if the Fighting Tigers can get the bats going. I'm sure it's going to be a little bit hard to adapt to a new pitcher, but you know, one runner in scoring position here. Jared Harnett stepping up. We know he can get on base, and going to have to see what we've got going here. Looks like we've got some Jaws music here.
Yeah, Jaws.
And a little bit of a remix. And no, is this the Baby Shark song? Oh my goodness.
Oh.
I don't know. I guess this is just a sign that Jared Harnett was meant to be at the plate right now. So I don't know. We'll have to see what Harnett can get done here, following the interesting music selection, I guess we'll call it. the ambiance that we've got going here.
It's number 9 on the mound. That's a Cam Lick.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's
Interesting. I have absolutely no idea why I thought it was 16.
Yeah, 16 was walking up there, but
okay.
It's number 9 on the mound.
Number 9, Cam Litch, who has a 5.7 ERA on 3 innings pitched. So he's only pitched in 5 games, only thrown 3 innings. So
wow,
like a reliever coming in here in the 2nd inning. Not something you see a lot either way. Going to see what Litch can get done here. He's currently got 2 strikeouts in the 3 innings he's pitched, and 3 earned runs given up. Either way, going to see if the Fighting Tigers can keep it going here with the bats. 2 outs on the board still.
2-out rally. Here we go.
Either way, Jared Harnett going to step up here, as I believe, have all 6 of the runs been scored with 2 outs on the board?
Yeah, I think so.
That's impressive. Either way, Harnett stepping up here, runners on first and second. That pitch very high. So I'm sure not the start that they wanted there for Litch. Either way, 1-0 count here, as this has been a very drawn-out bottom of the second. It has seemed to have gone on for quite a bit, and I'm sure Tally feels the same way after the offensive onslaught that he had to witness there. Either way.
Yeah, that can't be a good feeling.
I'm sure as a pitcher, that one's definitely got to hurt the morale a little bit. And
oh, yeah, for sure.
Well, and you got to think, the people doing the defensive plays for the Wildcats haven't really had much to do. It's been mainly walked batters and then a grand slam, which you can't do anything about if you're fielding.
So that's me strike number 1.
So Harnett now sitting here with a 2-1 count, as Litch throwing his first strike of the game there. Either way, going to see what Harnett can get done here. Pitch on the way. That one I couldn't even see the direction that it took. Was it a ground ball to second there? All right.
Yeah, it was ground ball to second base.
Okay. So picked up there by Lindsay, so that's going to pick up the 3rd out of the inning for the Fighting Tigers offense and for the Wildcats defense. So now we are going to enter into the top of the 3rd. But before we get things going, Skylar, what has been your favorite Breck Live moment of this, I guess we'll say season, but year, generally speaking? Like, of everything that you have seen all year, any sport, what has been your favorite moment?
Of any year? Like
of this year. Because as the year, it's coming to a close. We've only got a few more events left to go. Obviously, we got graduation and stuff coming up shortly.
Yeah.
What have you seen that has just really stood out to you? Any particular moments?
Well, this was my favorite moment. Wasn't like this year, but it was like last year.
Okay.
When we had like Havy on, who dunked on those Grace County players.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that was really cool.
That was definitely an exciting one.
I'm trying to think of a moment this year. No one really dunked this year in basketball or anything.
Yeah.
So,
not exactly our forte this season,
yeah,
throwing dunks down.
I don't know.
You can't think of
I can't
anything.
think of no.
There've been a lot of like little moments. There haven't really been any like
Huge
absolutely
ones.
absurd, just crazy things we've seen happen this season. Like there have definitely been exciting games, but at least on the basketball court, those sort of games were more like. I mean, that's one of the things about basketball is it's more drawn out. Like there aren't a ton of massively game-changing plays except in the dying moments. Like the clutch play, I believe it was by Bradley of Meade County against the Lady Tigers. That one really stung. I know not a fun Breck Live moment. Yeah, I get that.
That would never be my favorite.
Well, I can imagine why it wouldn't be. I'm just saying like plays like that.
Well, yeah, I don't know.
It's been a fun season. I think definitely some of my favorite parts have been coming up with fun puns to say in the pregame show with Cameron. But either way, ball going to be popped up there to right field.
Zach Beecham there. Good catch by him.
Going to corral that one in, as I believe that one was Lindsey there at the plate.
Yeah,
currently
Dylan Lindsey.
batting .217 on the season. He's going to pick up he's going to be the first out of the top of the third.
So number 17, Darren Alexander. Is that how you say his name?
Yeah, I'm guessing so. Can't see any other way you'd pronounce it, but
good catch there by Logan Henning.
Diving after that line drive there. Wow, what a play by him. As it's going to be the second out now of the inning.
Yeah, that was a really good catch. Diving catch.
Indeed. Not really a lot to say there. He certainly laid it all out on the ground to go after that one. Let's see. Who do we have stepping up next here for the Wildcats? This should be their top of the order, I think, right? I believe this would be the 10th batter spot. Let's see. It is Clay Walden, who I think is their first batter. So either way, going to, I believe, swing at strike one there. It's now an 0-1 count. Let's make it an 0-2 there. Very nice pitch by Burnett. Little fastball into the right corner. Or outside corner, I guess would be the better terminology there. So 0-2 now. 2 outs on the board already. Burnett looking to make this a quick inning. As that one absolutely hammered into the dugout of the Fighting Tigers. Thankfully, it came in about 4 inches low enough that it didn't wipe out anybody. There were definitely a few jumps over there. But 0-2 count still. As if he can contact one like that and get it in the field.
Yeah, that's going to be hard to stop.
Yeah. Either way, the 0-2 on the way. That one going to be a ground ball to shortstop. Isaac Seeger going to pick it up, fire it over to first, and wow. Wild throw there. I don't know what happened to Walden there.
He's going to...
Yeah, I think they gave him second. Was the ball thrown into the dugout? Okay.
No,
he got tripped. I know. I saw him get tripped.
I think it's by Jared Horner, wasn't it? Or the ump. I don't know. But they gave him second base for that little.
All right. Well, either way, he's going to make it on over to second. 2 outs on the board. And that's definitely not what you wanted to see after picking up the first couple outs there. But
no, not at all.
Either way, Burnett going to step back, observe his circumstances, and try and recompose after that unfortunate break. Either way, first pitch on the way here. That one hammered right at second base there. And really solid base hit. Looks like Walden going to stop at third there. But a really solid hit there by Gavin Minyard, who looking to expound upon that .307 batting average and maybe get it going a little bit better.
So Chaz Wilson's up to bat next. Hopefully he doesn't bring these runners in.
Which Wilson, we saw, was able to get a really solid base hit there in the top of the first. And again, that 400 average, certainly not a bad one. One of the highest ones we've seen on the baseball diamond so far this year. And he's also one of the leading pitchers statistically for the Wildcats. He pretty much does it all out there.
That's me, ball number 1 there.
Looked like a pretty good pitch from Burnett there, maybe a little high and inside, but definitely not a bad place to put one, particularly if you're trying to jam somebody up. Either way, 1-0 count now. Burnett looking to make a little recovery. That one going to slip past Harding.
They're going to steal second there.
Yeah, no play at the plate. I mean, I think if Walden would have been heads up enough, he maybe could have made it in there, as Burnett not exactly rushing to home plate there after throwing that one in the dirt past Harding. But 2-0 count here with Wilson at the plate. And he has 21 RBIs on the season, the most of any Wildcats so far. As that one, a line drive right over second base. Logan Henning's going to stop it. Can he get the throw in? And no, he can't. That one thrown into the dugout once again. It's going to score both runners. And I believe it's going to, let's see, they're going to stop Wilson there at first, or they letting him go. He is going to get to go to second. So that's now the second time in this inning.
I think it's because they threw it over the first baseman's head. And
yeah.
I think so.
Both of those, well, see, that's the thing. I think that they wouldn't give them the base if it was in a position where Jared could still recover it and be able to make the throw to second. But I think both times they've thrown it into the dugout.
Yeah, I think you're right on that.
Either way, 2 runs going to score there for the Wildcats, as we've now got Gavin Rose up here once again, which batting .426 on the season. I believe he struck out in the top of the first. As nice little hit there from Wilson. A nice little string of hits there by the Wildcats. Going to get a couple runs in for them with 2 outs on the board. Either way, Burnett looking to recompose here. That one going to be called strike one there. Nice little breaking ball into the bottom outside corner. It's now 1-1 count here in the top of the third. Fighting Tigers looking to keep the defense going nicely here. The 1-1 on the way. That one popped up right over our heads here. Looked like maybe some children over there trying to avoid getting hit by that one. Or at least some warning signs from them. I'm not sure either way. 1-2 count now for Rose. So let's see if Burnett can finally close things off here. Couple strings of runs from both sides with 2 outs on the board. Either way, 1-2 count here. Fires that one in there. Going to be a ground ball to third. Proctor's going to pick it up before it goes foul. Makes the throw to first. And Jared just going to drop that one. Wilson going to make it all the way to third. Has Rose going to score there on. I'm going to say that's an error, as it was kind of a wild throw there. It hit the dirt right before it got to Jared's glove.
They're just not giving Jared good throws today.
No,
it's not Jared's fault, guys.
That one may be a tiny bit Jared's fault, because it was kind of like in his glove. I couldn't really tell. Either way, there have been some unfortunate defensive breaks here for the Fighting Tigers. A few errors here, as some interesting throws have been made to first. We'll phrase it that way. Mm-hmm. Don't want to put any negativity on anybody here.
Fingers or anything. But
that one called strike one.
Yeah, a little inside. I don't know if I'd swing at that.
Yep. Gonna go ahead and say no disrespect to Sailing for not swinging at that one. It was definitely a little bit inside, but called strike one there.
No shade to him for that.
So the 0-1 on the way, and going to be well into the dirt once more. So now 1-1 count here. Runners on first and third, as Burnett still looking to get out of this inning, as things have certainly looked better here in the top of the third.
Swing and miss there by
Sailing on that one, yes.
Yes, Sailing. Mm-hmm.
As not exactly the way we wanted things to go after Burnett picking up a couple quick outs here. Either way. Ooh, that one going to be called outside ball too. That was a really solid fastball there to the bottom outside corner. No complaints about that pitch if you are a supporter of the Fighting Tigers. Either way, 2-2 count, 2 outs on the board. We've seen the situation actually several times already. And
foul ball, maybe?
I did not think he hit that,
no,
but either way.
I didn't think he did either.
Either way, it seems he did indeed foul it off. So going to be still a 2-2 count here. It's got a nice little fly here in my vision. Either way, he's going to foul another one off there. So now still a 2-2 count. Looking to continue to battle at the plate here is Cole Sailing. As looks like we're going to try some tactical maneuvers here to get rid of this fly. Hopefully we can relocate him peacefully, and it seems he's been enclosed between a couple of windows now. Either way, still sitting here at a 2-2 count, and Burnett going to make the throw over to third. Proctor nearly gets Wilson there, so he wasn't really down for the slide. Either way, still 2-2 on the board. as Burnett just looking to pick up this third out. It has been very slow defensively since picking up the first 2 outs.
Yeah, he's been taking his time pitching this inning.
And he has been known to throw back to the bag several times. That one going to be popped up in the infield and going to get down. Seeger can't quite corral it. Wilson's going to come in to score. So now 3 runs on the board here for the Wildcats. And that is yet another unfortunate break defensively for the Fighting Tigers. As, wow, that one's just tough to taste there. As 2-2 count, you can definitely see him throwing a strike 3 there. And that one popped up, I think, exactly halfway between Isaac Seeger and Logan Henning. So neither one could really commit to jumping in on it. And then I think Isaac was almost able to get to it. I couldn't tell if it hit the dirt before he was able to get to it or not. Either way, bobbled it a little bit, so couldn't make the throw to first. And that is going to score Chaz Wilson. So Fighting Tigers now have the lead cut from 6 runs to now 3 runs here in the top of the third, as the Wildcats have made a very solid comeback after a very unfortunate inning for them defensively there in the bottom of the second. But we're going to see what we got going on. Coach Bennett here giving a little visit to the mound, as infield going to come in here, have a nice little team meeting. I'm sure talk about some of the defensive flaws we've seen here in this top of the third. It's been a very unfortunate break here defensively for the Fighting Tigers, as they've had the ball in positions where they've been able to pick up outs and they just haven't converted them. But
I bet they've scored all 3 of their runs off of 2 outs.
I think so, yeah. I think both teams have scored every run with 2 outs on the board. Looks like either Burnett there or Johnson stepping off either the plate or the mound.
I think they would call him.
Harding here also stepping off the plate.
Yeah, he did a little sign to Wyatt.
Have some thumps going on above us either way. No pitches yet in the count here for Isaiah Johnson. Burnett still looking to pick up that third out. That one line drive over the head of Isaac Seeger. And I think this one may score 2 here, as we've got the runner coming in. And no, he is going to stop at third there. So Sailing going to stop at third. Really solid base hit there by Johnson. It'll be a nice double there. I believe stand-up double. I don't think he had to slide in there, as that one belted. I believe, was it Cameron Shaw that picked that one up, or Eric?
I think it was Eric that went over there and got it.
Either way, that one right there, again, in that center left area. So, again, a contested ball to try and figure out who's going to get to it. Popped up there by Tyler Fugit is going to end the top of the third. But the Wildcats making a solid comeback there. They've scored 4 runs. I believe we are going to take a quick break here in the middle of the third, so we will catch you guys here shortly. Thank you all for tuning in, and we'll see you in just a moment. right, welcome back here. We are now going into the bottom of the third. Wyatt Burnett going to jump up here. It's the first batter for the Fighting Tigers as the Wildcats take the defensive end once again, following a very fortunate offensive inning there. A couple very costly errors for the Fighting Tigers with 2 outs on the board. As Burnett sitting here now, if I believe a 2-0 count is that one, I think, a little bit in the dirt. And Burnett, who I'm sure quite unhappy with the result, as he did a pretty solid job on the mound.
Yeah,
I thought,
he did. He did a really good job.
I don't think walked a batter in the top of the third. Just a lot of defensive errors for the Fighting Tigers. Either way, he is going to watch strike 1 go by there, so now 2-1. But either way, the Fighting Tigers, haven't played the worst game so far. I've done a great job with the eye at the plate, and then also that grand slam by Cole Proctor there in the bottom of the second. Certainly exciting. Burnett going to foul that one off down the third base line. But it's been a very exciting game so far. I mean, no complaints about, I guess, the level of excitement for either side here in this game. I mean, I don't think either team's really felt out of it.
No, I don't think they have either.
Either way, Wyatt Burnett here now battling with a 2-2 count. As it's on the way there. Going to be a ground ball. Picked up very nicely there by the third baseman. He's going to throw it over there to Wilson at first. That's going to pick up the first out of the inning for the Wildcats. As looks like we've still got Litch on the mound.
Mm-hmm.
That was, I think, pretty solid at bat there for him as a pitcher. Able to recover after getting down 2-0. Either way, Cameron Shaw now stepping up for the Fighting Tigers. I believe he walked on last time. That was his, I believe, 18th base on balls for the season. Either way, looks like he's going to try and set up there for a bunt as Litch throws that one a couple feet over Cameron's head. Going to be called ball 1 there. Caught nicely by Johnson, though. No complaints there from him. He's done a very solid job keeping the ball in front of him. As a 1-0 count here for Shaw. That one in the dirt. It seems people just have trouble finding the strike zone when Cameron is batting. I don't know.
They just do.
Maybe they know how many times he's been walked and it just throws him off.
They
I don't know.
do.
Either way, he's currently sitting here with a 2-0 count. Also a fun stat of Cameron's. He's stolen 13 bases this season, so that's pretty solid numbers for him.
Ball number 3 there.
And we may see the story once again. Cameron Shaw perhaps getting walked on here, currently sitting at a 3-0. As Litch did not face Cam earlier on in this game. It was, I believe, Talley still pitching whenever Cameron got his first at bat.
Yeah.
Either way, the 3-0 on the way. That one called strike 1.
Yeah.
That one undeniably a strike there. A nice little slow, I think a slow fastball. I think it was just, I think maybe just opting for the consistent strike throw there is now a 3-1. It would not surprise me if Cam watched this one as well, even if it were in the strike zone. And yep, going to be called ball 4 there, high and inside. Cameron Shaw going to take now his 19th base on balls of the season. In 26 games as a hitter, he has been walked 19 times. That is just crazy numbers.
That is insane. Mm-hmm.
So in both his at-bats, he has been walked on. And, no problem with it. You can make it to first, not even have to swing the bat. And now Logan Henning stepping up here, as I believe he got a base hit.
Yeah, he did.
In the bottom of the second. As that pitch very high there.
Logan's a little short, too, so maybe they had problems with
the size of the strike zone is, it's undeniably a little bit different for batters. I think that's part of why Wyatt crouches down so much, like bends his knees, because he is, on average, much taller than typical batter. As Cameron Shaw is going to take off towards second and no throw comes in. I mean, he would have beaten it by about 5 seconds either way. Yeah. So that one a little bit in the dirt. But 2-0 count here for Logan Henning. We could see him get walked over to first as Cam there making a really solid steal. So he's now picked up 14 steals on 16 attempts on the season. Not bad at all for him. Logan Henning here looking to get on base. I'm sure probably not going to swing at that one with the 2-0, but nice little breaking ball in there. Finds the corner of the strike zone, so called 2-1. So let's see what the Fighting Tigers can get done after that just series of unfortunate blunders, really, defensively. We're going to see if they can resume the offensive style. Is Cam going to try and steal third there? That one going to be fouled off. I couldn't even see which direction it went. I thought it was going left originally. and then it seemed like most people were kind of looking behind us, but I don't know.
Yeah, I think it went behind us.
Either way, Henning going to foul that one off, so now a 2-2 count. Pretty solid job battling back here for Litch after getting behind in the count as the pitcher.
Just going to watch Cameron a little bit.
As going to step off here. Henning again still battling that 2-2 count. Cameron Shaw, the senior, over there at second. Looking to see what we can get done. One out on the board here. Anything in the field should be pretty nice with a runner in scoring position. And wow, struck him out there. That one a little bit, I thought, outside and low, but called strike 3 as Brett Hinton now steps up. After, let's see, did he get a base hit on his at bat, or believe walked on over to first? I think was that when the first run was scored, or was he the last person to get on base? Okay, I think the first run was scored on the walk, as that brought in I believe Xavier Perks. As that one going to be called ball 1 there. Another high pitch. Litch has been throwing him in an interesting position on the first pitch of several of these at bats. Have been really high balls. Maybe opting to catch somebody swinging at one early, trying to maybe get one to pop up and pick up an easy out for the Wildcats. Either way, the eyes, I think, have been very solid for the Fighting Tigers so far. Cameron Shaw going to take off towards third, makes it with plenty of time to spare. Able to slide in nicely.
And Cameron's going to run home, and he's going to score.
As third baseman there made a wild throw back to Litch, I think, right? That was my assumption. I hadn't really noticed. I just saw Cam slide in there. Looked like he was setting up to get ready on third, and then he kind of hovered for a second and then took off. So made it on home there, and that's going to score the 7th run for the Fighting Tigers. Is very nice heads-up base running there by Cameron Shaw to make it in.
Mm-hmm.
So now,
Cameron's really fast, too.
Oh, so. Yeah. Cam is a stellar athlete, as Brett Hinton going to, I think, check the swing there. Did not commit to that one fully, but
for sure.
Strike 1 there. So now a 2-1 count for him. As wouldn't have been a bad pitch to swing at there. It looked like it was maybe coming in a little bit low, but overall not a bad one. 2-1 pitch. That one in the dirt. As the Wildcats seem to have a bit of trouble finding the strike zone here so far in this game. It's now 3-1 count. 2 outs on the board here for Brett Hinton. And in the on-deck circle, we've got Isaac Seeger coming back up once again. Either way, going to see what Brett Hinton can get done here with the 3-1. Oh, wow. Ball was hit hard there. Going to go foul down the third baseline, but was able to make fantastic contact with that one. So now a full count for him. 2 outs. Full count with 2 outs. You know anything can happen. So going to see what Brett Hinton can do here at the plate. He could get walked, could strike out, could just keep battling in the count. You never really know. But let's see what we got going. As, oh, wow. Kind of stepped back from that one a little bit, but a really solid pitch in there from Litch. Looked like maybe a little slider coming in there. Had a little bit of break from the inside of the zone. And going to be called strike 3 there. So Brett Hinton goes down looking on the full count. Either way, going to pick up the 3rd out of the inning, but Cameron Shaw going to come in there following a base on balls, and then he stole every base, was able to make it all the way home. No problems for him there. That's a very solid display of heads-up base running. Wyatt Burnett coming back in. Hopefully the Fighting Tigers able to corral some momentum here after they have had a bit of an unfortunate streak.
All right, Lincoln, I have a question for you.
Okay.
What are some of your favorite flags of the world?
So my favorite flags, okay. That is a very good question. There's a lot of really cool flags. Obviously, I'm a big fan. Some of my favorite colors, green and orange. So big fan of the Irish flag, as well as the Côte d'Ivoire flag. Very, very cool one as well. I don't know. I think the Chinese flag, very cool.
Yeah.
I don't know. Definitely a lot of cool flags out there.
The Edmonson catcher, like on his catching gear,
Mhm.
he has like American flag on his catching gear.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I noticed that.
That's unique.
That's pretty cool.
I had not.
Look at it
never
next
seen
time
that.
it comes out here.
All right. We'll have to see. That's actually very interesting. But yeah, definitely lots of cool flags. Is nice pitch there by Burnett. Nice little breaking ball in there from the inside edge.
Isn't that Taylor up to bat?
Which is it? Is it one?
Yeah, 1.
No, I believe that is Lindsay there, Dylan Lindsay, the second baseman. Hold on, does Edmonson have a Taylor on their team?
No, I don't think so. I just
Okay.
said that. Sorry.
Okay. No, I was just really confused.
So that's the first out there.
So a very nice at bat as a pitcher there for Wyatt Burnett. Gonna throw 3 nice little strikes there to pick up the first out. And I'm sure Burnett probably a little bit fired up after that unfortunate last inning, as he did I think a pretty good job pitching. Just some unfortunate errors as first pitch on the way there.
Ball number 1.
To Darren Alexander, who is, again, still batting .267 on the season, so not bad numbers for him. He also has 7 stolen bases.
Ball number 2 there.
So, although the sun is starting to set a little bit here at Tiger Field, the heat is certainly not dissipated much.
Yeah,
It's
still hot.
still pretty warm out here. Been a very warm day, generally speaking. A fantastic Friday. As I believe you said 2-0, so now that'll make 3-0 on that pitch there. So Burnett looking to find the strike zone after finding it 3 consecutive times there against Lindsay.
Well, they only have 2 balls up. I don't know.
Yeah, we've seen some interesting errors with the scoreboard.
Yeah, that's ball number 4. So that's
that
a
one
walk there.
Going to walk Alexander over to first, and of course, the second I mentioned the fact he is 100% on stolen bases. He manages to walk over to first, although he's only been walked 3 times this season, so good eye from him there to watch 4 consecutive balls go by.
Drew Harding's going to take a visit to the mound to talk to Wyatt.
Kind of interesting at bats there, having 2 very foil-ish at bats. One 3 consecutive strikes, and then the next 4 consecutive balls. That is.
So Walden's up to bat next. I believe he's the top of the lineup.
Yes, believe top of the order now for the Wildcats, as he's going to square up the bunt here, and Burnett going to step off the mound, take a glance on over there to first base, as we know he likes to throw over there a lot. Hasn't thrown over to the bag, I don't think, a single time so far in this game, even with runners on either way. First pitch on the way. Runner takes off towards second. There is going to be a play.
He's out there,
Oh, nicely done there. Fantastically placed throw by Drew Harding. It took one little hop there, found Isaac Seeger's glove, and he was able to make the tag as Alexander making the slide there into second, but not able to beat the throw. So now 7 for 8 on the season on stolen base attempts, only 87.5%. As, oh my goodness, what has the scoreboard done now? It says 1 ball, 8 strikes. What has happened?
Look at our score, 81-81.
Oh my goodness, that's going to be a fair ball. I have absolutely no idea how that found being in play, as that had to have landed inches from the line. I thought for sure that was going foul, but a little pop-up there. Beecham isn't able to get to it. It falls in play and then rolls over all the way to the fence, foul. And
we need to fix the scoreboard bad.
Yeah, I'm not sure what exactly has happened there. I think, if I'm not mistaken, I was given a very brief conversation coming back from the restroom about some fuse boxes needing work, so maybe that was what was going on there. I don't know. Either way, they are doing some work on the scoreboard. It seems as though we've opted to reset things altogether.
Mm-hmm.
So score still, I believe, 7-4, if I'm not mistaken there.
Yeah, 7-4.
As, let's see, was that Walden, yes, who had a nice little double there? I mean, they even nearly got the tag there at second with that throw in there to Isaac Seeger.
Yeah, I thought they had it.
As I would assume Walden definitely going to be a pretty decent base stealer, being the leadoff hitter. And yes, he has the second most stolen bases of any Wildcat. He has 13 on 13 attempts, but Gavin Rose, their cleanup batter, who has the highest batting average, has the most stolen bases of any Wildcat. That's a very interesting statistic. Either way, that one going to be fouled off, I believe, to the right there, as 1-1 count now for Gavin Minyard, the 2 spot in the batting order for the Wildcats. Burnett here looking to close out this inning and hopefully get the bats going, as Burnett was stepping in to throw that one before they got the no pitch call as Minyard stepped out right as Burnett was in his windup there, or not windup, but
Yeah, Wanda.
not windup with the runner on second there, but his pitching maneuver. Either way, 1-1 count here. That one ripped right into the gap. Eric Barr is going to step in and get to it. Looks like they may try and make the play at the plate. It's unfortunately not going to be one that's very easy to stop for Drew Harding, as he had to fire that in like a missile to try and get it to home plate. And the accuracy a little bit off there, but going to bring Minyard over to second. It's going to score Walden, so 1 run there for the Wildcats. Score now 7-5 as Chaz Wilson steps up once again. Was he walked on his last at-bat? I cannot recall.
I think he had a base hit.
Okay.
He just got to first. No, he got to go to second, remember? Because there was a bad throw.
Yes. Yep. Yep. You're correct there. So 2 outs still on the board, as I am pretty sure that every run in this game has been scored with 2 outs. Not a single one has been scored without 2 outs being on the board, which is very interesting considering 2 of the innings have had 6 runs and 4 runs.
Yeah.
But either way, first pitch strike there for Wyatt Burnett on Wilson. Oh, nearly thought he got him there with strike 2, as that one, nice little inside fastball, but going to be called ball 1. So a 1-1 count here for Wilson, who has reached base successfully on both of his at-bats so far. As Burnett going to step off the mound here. Looking to reset, just hoping to pick up this 3rd out here. See if the Tigers can get the bats rolling again, as they're going to be back to the top of the order once they close out this top of the 4th. But that is the prerequisite for being able to bat, is clearing out things defensively, as Cole Proctor going to stop that ground ball. Throwing over to Jared Arnett at first. Going to pick up the 3rd out of the top of the 4th. So the Fighting Tigers here in the now bottom of the 4th, looking to get the bats rolling once more. Looking to extend this lead a little bit, as it has now been cut to just a 2-run lead after the run scored in there by Walden. But overall, not a bad defensive inning there for the Fighting Tigers.
I have another question, Lincoln.
Okay.
What is your favorite pregame song? If you had to pick a walkout song, what would yours be?
If I had to pick.
Well, look at his catcher's gear. Look at it.
Okay, hold on. Oh my goodness.
I told you.
That is
Pretty
the
cool.
most nationalistic set of catcher's gear I've ever seen. The whole I don't know, chest plate, I guess would be the phrase, is totally covered with an American flag.
And even his shin covers or whatever, they're red and blue.
Well, I mean, that is the Edmonson County colors though. But yeah, that's really cool actually that they've got that going. But yes, so you're asking, what is my favorite pregame song, or what would be the ideal walk-up song?
Both of them.
Both of those questions. Okay. Definitely one of my favorite songs that they play pregame is Center Field. Mm-hmm. Don't know if you are familiar with the song. Fantastic one. It's definitely one that we get enthusiastic for here in the commentary booth. And if I had to pick a walk-up song, that would be tough. As I'm sure many of you are aware, I am not exactly a phenom in the diamond sports area. That's not my area of expertise. And I've only ever played one sport where you really get announced and you really get out there with a lot of enthusiasm, which would be basketball. But in baseball, you're a lot more active when your walkout song comes up. So I don't know. That's a very good question. I definitely have to think on that. But Skylar, do you have an ideal walk-up song that you would have?
Probably something by Polo G or something like that.
Polo G. It's an interesting artist. I think Polo G's enjoyable.
Yeah, he's a good artist. I like him.
Either way, Fighting Tigers trying to get the bats rolling here. Bottom of the 4th. It's been a very solid game here for them so far. Isaac Seeger stepping up here, top of the order. Wow, that ball had a lot of break on it. Fell all the way from the top inside corner, almost all the way down to the bottom outside corner. Going to be called strike 1 there. Not really a bad one to watch. It's a hard one to try and hit. That one, well outside of the strike zone there. Going to be called ball 1. 1-1 count here for Seeger, who is looking to get on base once again, as I believe he reached on balls last time. Either way, the 1-1 pitch in the dirt. So now 2-1 for Seeger here, who flew out in the bottom of the first, and then was able to, I believe, walk on in the bottom of the second. Either way, 2-1 pitch on the way. That one high. No question about that one being outside the strike zone. So 3-1 count now as Fighting Tigers looking to get the bats rolling once more here, looking to get some more runs going. And it really hasn't even been an altogether fantastic batting performance by the Tigers so much as they've walked several times.
Hard hit the third baseman, but I think he
looked like he stepped off the bag there as the throw came in from third. But Seager going to reach first there safe as you saw him really moving the legs there to try and beat the throw out, as I think Wilson tried to extend a little bit too far to catch that one and stepped off the bag. But Isaac Seager there going to pick up a base hit as that ball absolutely massacred down the third baseline there. A very solid stop by the third baseman to get that one. Either way, Cole Proctor now stepping up following his grand slam in the bottom of the second. So we're going to see if he can get something going once again here, as I think the wind has died down a little bit. I can't really tell, but definitely not a lot of movement in the trees that we were seeing earlier, as Isaac Seager is going to take off towards second. Cole Proctor murders another one towards left center.
And I think it went over, so that's a...
Did it bounce over?
I think, no, it... Oh, yeah, it bounced.
Okay, I was going to say, I didn't think there was any way that was carrying, but yeah. So that bounced over, so going to be a ground rule double. So it's gonna get Proctor to second, going to get Seager to third. Although, honestly, to think if that one hadn't have bounced over, it may have gotten a double there for Proctor, and Seager definitely would have scored. I mean, he had plenty of time coming in. He took off on the steal from first, and he was already rounding second by the time that ball came off the bat. But either way, definitely a good start here for the Fighting Tigers in the bottom of the fourth, as I'm sure Litch not particularly happy after that one. But Drew Harding, I believe, stepping up here once again, trying to get something done at the plate. 2 runners in scoring position. That one just a consistent pitch there, a little breaking ball to the outside corner called strike one. As Litch has thrown that particular ball very well. A little breaking ball there, a much slower pitch, but it generally has found the strike zone so far in this game. I'm sure if Harding can get his eye dialed in here, he can probably hammer one. Either way, 0-1 count. Litch going to step off the mound here, looking to get a little timeout. Harding still just vibing here in the batter's box. 0-1 count. Second pitch on the way. Harding going to swing hard at that one and going to foul it off, but it actually took a nice little roll all the way out to left field there after hitting the fence. Either way, 0-2 count here for Harding, so at a little bit of a disadvantage and probably going to have to swing it some pitches here if he wants to get on base, as I'm sure he is looking to do. Either way, runners on second and third looking to continue the batting here for the Fighting Tigers, as they've got Eric Barr coming up on deck once again. Either way, 0-2 count here for Harding, who is doing a good bit of movement here with the bat in his pre-swing routine. Either way, 0-2 on the way. That one going to be popped up. If it comes down fair, there's a possibility Seager might be able to advance, but no, not enough time to tag up, as Wilson's going to catch that one over there at first. So 1 out on the board. A little bit of an unfortunate break there for Harding. Just needed to get a little bit better contact with that one, and even if he would have flown out, there was a possibility it could have brought Seager in, but at least Harding was able to get a bat on it. That's not the worst thing ever.
Yeah.
You've kind of got to swing at it if you're 0-2. So Eric Barr now stepping up, the senior here, looking to pick up a couple of RBIs with runners on second and third. Let's see what he can get done. First pitch on the way.
Strike one.
That exact same first pitch that he threw to Drew Harding there, that little breaking ball to the outside edge. As the umpire has certainly called that outside edge of the strike zone, I think, very well, other than a couple pitches. And I think it's definitely been a commendable effort. So 0-1 count here for Barr. He's going to rip that one right between second and shortstop. Going to go right over the second base, or not second baseline, but going right over second base. Cole Proctor, Isaac Seager, both going to come in. Eric Barr going to try and get into second, but he did score both runners, so that's a very solid play there. Maybe could have stopped at first, but, he was looking for extra bases. He was coached to try and run over there at second. I mean, I'm sure it wasn't a decision for him to make to run to second, but I'm sure the first base coach anticipating a throw there to home plate, and they
I don't know why. Usually you throw it to home to protect the home plate. Made lead runner, but
made a very interesting throw. Either way, Jared Hardin now steps up after a couple runs there scored for the Fighting Tigers. Is he going to beat the throw? No, he is not. So that's going to pick up the third out of the inning for the Wildcats defense. Burnett going to step up next for the Fighting Tigers offense, and I would imagine we are going to see him on the mound once more following another pretty good pitching inning for him. As, let's see, were there 2 outs on the board when those runs were scored? No, just one, as Eric, I guess Eric was the second out on the hit, so we'll say it was scored with 1 out, but either way, yeah. Not bad there for the Fighting Tigers to pick up a couple of runs, extending the lead back to 4 now, I believe. Yes, 9-5. What a way to make a living. As a very exciting one going here into the top of the 5th now. The Wildcats, I believe, nearing the bottom of the order now. As the Tigers, just some more unfortunate defensive breaks there in the top of the 4th. But top of the 5th, hopefully, can get the defense honed in a little bit more. And going to see what they can get done. Let's see. It looks like Burnett is going to return to the mound here, throwing a few warm-up pitches, as it's certainly been a good one so far. There's been no question about that. It's been a very competitive game. You'd love to see a game with a lot of runs scored, and I would say plays are generally considered pretty clutch if you're batting runners around with 2 outs on the board, particularly a grand slam with two outs on the board. Like,
You're good.
So we've got some questions now coming in about where the score is kept from the umpire, as he's been doing a very solid job so far this game. Hopefully he's aware of our praise of him so far. He's done a very solid job.
Yeah.
As love to see that either way. We are currently sitting at, I believe it is Gavin Rose here in the lineup for the Wildcats, currently batting in the cleanup spot, as seems we've got some interesting interaction going on here amongst some people outside of our area of expertise. Either way, first pitch on the way there from Burnett. Looks like it's going to hit Drew Harding's shin guard there, so going to be called ball 1. As I am still a little bit confused about what we've got going on here in the commentary booth. I'm going to try and figure it out. And going to see what the Fighting Tigers can get done here on top of the 5th. And
Whoa.
Burnett maybe aiming for the head of Rose there with that one. My goodness. Rose had a duck underneath that one. It was definitely on the line to whack him right in the noggin there.
Don't ever say noggin.
Either way, 2-0 count. That one a really solid recovery pitch there to get it to 2-1. A little fastball into the outside corner. And now 2-1. And Burnett, once again, back to that routine of not taking a ton of time between pitches. Pop fly here to center. Kind of a can of corn here as Cameron Shaw going to step back, catch that one. Tracks it with plenty of time to spare. So now 1 out on the board here for the Fighting Tigers defense, and a very solid defensive start here in the top of the 5th. So it's now
heating up in this box here.
Yeah, we are pretty much sitting in what many would consider an oven, given the lack of airflow other than
we need a fan in here. So.
Yeah, the issue is we've got windows, but we don't really want to be like commentating with people sitting right next to the window we have open.
Yeah, that's kind of embarrassing.
Yeah. Either way, let's see. Who do we have up right now for the Wildcats? I believe it is Cole Sailing once again, as fouled off the first, but then I believe swung at the second one, did he not?
I believe so.
To make it 0-2. So, yep, Burnett probably going to throw a nice little breaking ball here to the outside corner. No. I predicted it perfectly. As it appears, so did Sailing, and he whacked that one over to right field. Going to leak foul, though, and there were probably some vehicles in play with that one.
Mm-hmm, for sure.
Either way, nice little battle there at the 0-2, and going to see if Burnett can maybe sneak one past him here to pick up a third strike and a second out. So let's see what Burnett's got in the tank here. He has a number of pitches in his arsenal, and he throws them pretty well. So that one thrown there, a line drive straight at Burnett, who has to seemed to maybe duck away from it. I couldn't really tell if it was from him, from his momentum coming off the mound, or if the ball was just hit so hard at him he felt obligated to duck away from it.
Yeah, I think that he just ducked away.
That's a very solid base hit there by Cole Sailing, who is, again, batting .298 on the season, I believe. I think he has a couple of base hits in this game so far.
So Isaiah Johnson up to bat next, their catcher.
Indeed.
Mm-hmm.
So 1 out on the board, runner on first. Opportunity for a double play here if a ball is hit into the infield. But that one going to be popped up left center. Logan Henning going to chase that one from well outside of his position over there at second. Came a long way over to left center to get that one. And really solid defensive play there. He was able to leave Isaac Seeger in a position where he could have covered the bag if the runner were to advance, though. So that was a pretty nice heads-up play there to call that one out either way. 2 outs on the board, and they maintained the runner at first. So
that's good.
Nice little play there. As who do we have up next here for the Wildcats? It looks like number 24, Tyler Fugit again. As with that 303 average going into this one, not bad from him at all. So let's see what Wyatt Burnett can get done. Now, 2 outs on the board. This is a situation the Tigers have
been having trouble with.
Yeah, they've kind of fumbled their momentum a few times defensively, having 2 outs on the board. As every run they have given up to the Wildcats so far has been with 2 outs on the board either way. 1-0 count here is that one a little bit in the dirt, so hopefully that is not a sign of things to come. As 1-0 pitch nearly on the way, but Burnett's going to step off the bag and make, I believe, his first throw to the bag of the entire game over there, Jared Harden at first.
Well, I don't know if I would throw it to first base either, considering how many errors we've had.
Yeah, and just over at first, too. Throws to other bases and even to home plate have been of very good consistency, as that one fouled off hard right. Probably going to leave another few vehicles in play there. But, yeah, we've had the only errors we've really had have been throws over to first.
Mm-hmm.
We've even thrown out a couple runners going to second. And, we haven't really thrown the ball to third a lot, but that's not generally something you want to do because an error at third can be very costly. But either way, 1-1 pitch on the way here. That one going to be a little ground ball to Isaac Seeger. He's going to pick it up, throw to Harnett at first, and they are going to pick up the third out of the inning. It's a nice little recovery there for Wyatt Burnett. And that's a very solid performance as we now go into the middle of the fifth. And let's see what the Fighting Tigers have got coming up here offensively. And do you have any more interesting questions for me here in yet another middle of the inning?
I have to ask these. Who's your favorite Hamilton? Hamlet.
Hamilton.
Not Hamilton.
Okay.
Favorite Hamlet character. Not Hamilton. I don't know.
I was going to say. It's hard to say a favorite Hamilton character because they're historically accurate characters. Either way. Hamlet, on the other hand, that is a very good question. There are a lot of interesting, shall we say, characters in Hamlet. I'm definitely a big Polonius fan. Do you have a favorite character from Hamlet?
Ophelia.
That's definitely a respectable pick.
Mm-hmm.
Both characters with a lot of character.
Oh yeah.
Very interesting traits. Very tragic tales on both sides of the aisle there. As Hamlet, very fantastic. Literary classic, shall we say, by the one and only William Shakespeare. And not really much to say other than it is just fantastic.
I think I call it Hamilton because I always call it Hammy.
Yeah,
I call
that makes
it Hammy.
sense. I can get that.
So
as we have a Hammy at the high school who is Hamilton, yes.
Yep.
That makes sense.
Oh, did you hear about a new principal? Well, not your principal anymore.
But yes,
yeah,
I did.
Anthony.
Mrs. Anthony, taking over at the high school for Mr. Cox's position.
Yep.
As he's taken, I believe, an assistant superintendent job over in
Grayson County.
To be closer to his family. So
yeah,
very excited to see what Mrs. Anthony does with the high school. I mean, I know very enthusiastic person, very tactful, very knowledgeable. Going to hopefully be a very exciting school year for you guys next year. However,
she was my English teacher my freshman year.
Interesting. Actually, I didn't know that. I forgot that she had even taught because my entire time in school, I've either not had her as a teacher or she's been working as the curriculum specialist. Either way, Fighting Tigers here coming in bottom of the fifth. Wyatt Burnett going to blast one over there to right field. He's going to round first as a little bit of a bobble there, and he's going to make it to second with plenty of time to spare.
Good hit there by Wyatt Burnett.
As that was another one that fell in fair and then rolled over to the foul line. As they say, fair is foul and foul is fair, as that one was a little bit of both. Either way, Cameron Shaw going to step in here with now, I believe, Xavier Perks going to be taking that spot.
Yeah.
Coming into courtesy run.
Mm-hmm.
As he only has one stolen base, but only one attempt so far this season. So I'm sure opting to put him in there for a little bit more speed, as He is indeed quite a fast runner. Cameron Shaw going to lay down the bunt there, and wow, that is a fantastic bunt. I mean, not even a throw to first. The pitcher had to come in to retrieve that one. Ball had absolutely no spin on it, just kind of rolled on over there right between home plate and third base, and wow, nice play there to advance Xavier Perks. So Logan Henning now, runway is clear for him to try and score Xavier Perks with him over there on third. I would not be surprised to see Cameron Shaw go to second. I'm sure the Wildcats less than likely to throw to second with Xavier Perks over there so close to scoring position, as Logan Henning now at the plate for the Fighting Tigers after a fantastic bunt there by the senior. As Shaw is going to take off towards second, they are indeed not going to make the throw. Perks diving back to the bag there, as that was a really nice fake throw by Johnson over there to second. And Perks maybe a little bit outside of his comfort zone there, stepping a long way away from third, but was able to dive back with time to spare. So no question about his speed. A fantastic athlete.
Yeah, he's really fast. And he can jump super high, too. So
Yeah, definitely has some strong legs on him. As a 1-0 count here for Henning. That one in the dirt. No runner coming in there from third. And not a lot of reason to, as Johnson once again does a fantastic job of keeping the ball in front of him there at the catching position. But Henning here, 2-0 count, definitely looking to be in good position. If he gets walked here, bases would be loaded once again. As now in pretty good position. That one going to be in the dirt. Xavier Perks a little bit hesitant there at third. I think he probably could have made it there. Yeah,
he could have made it.
As Henning there was kind of signaling him in. He's like, come on, we got time. But pretty solid play there by Litch to dive in towards home plate after throwing a little bit of a wild one there. As, of course, the exact moment I brag on Johnson for keeping the ball in front of him, he lets one by.
Yeah.
But 3-0 here for Henning, so I am almost certain he will not be swinging at this one. Either way, 3-0 on the way. That one in the dirt, so that's going to walk bases loaded once again. As Litch here now putting himself in a bit of a pickle with Brett Hinton stepping up here. And he walked on to first in his first at-bat, and then his second. I'm trying to recall what he did.
They're going to switch pitchers again, I believe.
I believe he struck out looking on his previous at-bat, if I recall correctly. Hopefully, with what will be a new pitcher coming in, he can get something done. Who do we have coming in here?
I think it's number 8.
Number 8 for the Wildcats. I suppose we can find some information on them.
That's the same problem we have in my little league team, my 10U team. None of them can really, pitch, or none of them really want to pitch. That's our problem. We can field pretty good, we can hit, we just can't pitch.
That makes sense.
And we use a pitching machine for 2 innings, and then we get a pitcher for the rest of them, so.
Okay, that's interesting. As looks like Grayson Nunn coming in to pitch for the Wildcats here. Hold on. Is that the right response? What number do we have coming in? Number 8?
8. Yeah, 8.
Yes, it is Grayson Nunn. I don't know why I didn't see a Nunn there on that list of names, but I did. I eventually found it on the list of pitchers. He's only pitched in 3 games. This is, I think, one of the exact guys I talked about earlier, but Nunn has only pitched 3 games, 2 innings, 5 hits, and an ERA of 18. So we're going to have to see what the Tigers can get done against this new pitcher coming in here. And we are coming right back to the top of the order after this at bat. So unless a triple play is turned here, we're going to be looking to be in pretty good position for the Fighting Tigers. As Brett Hinton here looking to get on base. And that would score one. Unless, of course, they make the play at home plate, which is entirely possible. We did see that happen earlier. Either way, Brett Hinton now, I believe the freshman, is going to be stepping up to the plate here. As Nunn looking to get some pitching experience. Again, only 2 innings pitched on the season. And we are going to see what Brett Hinton can do.
We don't have any outs either.
No outs on the board, which
wow.
is exactly what you want to see with the bases loaded. Which would mean if no double plays are turned, I believe Cole Proctor will still get to bat. And we saw what he did earlier with bases loaded. As they're going to make a wild pitch there. As Nunn not even able to get to home plate before Xavier Perks slides in. So he's going to steal home. That's going to score a run on a wild pitch there to Brett Hinton. As Grayson Nunn now 1 pitch into his performance has already allowed a run without even allowing a hit. But I don't believe that's going to be a run attributed to him since runners were already on. But yes.
I don't think so.
Bit of an unfortunate break, though, coming in, particularly with only 2 innings on the season and the bases loaded. I'm sure that's not what you want to see with no outs on the board. Either way, 1-0 count now. Hinton going to watch strike 1 go by there. I thought that one came in a little bit low, but 1-1 count now. So I'm sure now that he's seen the first strike go by, he will likely be eyeing this one to hit a little bit more preferentially. As looked like none were Hinton. I couldn't really tell which one going to take time out there. A little bit difficult to judge. Either way, we've got Cameron Shaw over there at third, and we know if one gets away from Johnson here, there is definitely opportunity for him to steal home plate.
Mm-hmm.
And then, of course, we've got Henning over there on second, who also a lot of speed to his name, could be able to steal. As that pitch, I believe, going to be in the dirt there. So going to be called ball 2. So now a 2-1 count here. Still no outs on the board for the Fighting Tigers offense. Looking to keep things going is the main theme here. And I think I actually saw Cole Proctor there warming up to perhaps pitch coming in this next inning. Either way, that one going to be low and outside, called ball 3. So now 3-1 count, runners on second and third. And not a whole lot to complain about here for the Fighting Tigers offense, but the Wildcats, I'm sure, not particularly happy. Hinton going to hit a ground ball there. And they're going to make the play at first. It is going to score Cameron Shaw. Some nice little sacrifice play there by Brent Hinton to score the runner. It's a very solid play. Definitely did not want to fly ball in the infield there. It's going to score Cameron Shaw. Going to bring Logan Henning on over to third.
So I think we're at the top of the lineup again. We have Isaac Seeger up to bat.
Indeed, Isaac Seeger coming in. I believe he did get a hit on his last at bat, if I recall. And again,
I think he got walked, didn't he? Or
yeah, actually, I think that is correct. So either way, 2 runs scored here in the inning for the Fighting Tigers, so they now have a 6-run lead. Seeger going to hit a ground ball there to shortstop, who bobbles it, so Seeger going to make it on over to first. Logan Henning going to come in to score. Cole Proctor steps up now with a runner on first. I wouldn't be surprised to see Isaac Seeger steal second. I mean, he was moving last time. And we're going to see what Cole Proctor can do after so far this game. Let's see, on his first at bat, did he, I think, strike out on his first at-bat. His second at-bat was a grand slam, and his third at-bat was a ground rule double. So we'll have to see what he can do here on his fourth at-bat for the Fighting Tigers. So let's see what Grayson Nunn here, the senior's got in the tank after giving up a base hit there. Well, I guess not really a base hit, more of an error for Isaac Seeger to make it on over to first. Either way, Proctor going to get hit by that one. Seeger, but you did see Seeger taking off over there from first. So he obviously now going to make it with plenty of time to spare. I don't think the throw's coming in after he gets hit by that pitch. Either way. Drew Harding steps up now. Runners on first and second. Wouldn't be surprised to see Isaac Seeger take off towards third, although given the 10-run rule and with it being the bottom of the fifth, if Drew Harding is to as they say, I believe, go yard is the phrase. That would put an end to this ball game right now.
Oh, yeah.
Either way, and Drew Harding here at the plate now with 3 runs scored for the Fighting Tigers in this inning, as their scoring spread has been very versatile so far this game, with runs scored in 4 out of the 5 innings that we've played. So the 1-0 count now. Second pitch on the way, my apologies. That one called ball 2. So Drew Harding here, the senior, sitting here 2-0. Runners on first and second. Just going to see what he can get done. Wouldn't be surprised if he watches this one go by. Is Nunn going to turn around and make the throw back to second there? So no play, though, at the base, as Isaac Seeger back there with plenty of time to spare. Sure, Nunn just kind of making that throw to encourage Seeger to stay a little bit closer to the bag. Either way, the 2-0 comes in there for Harding. That one well outside, so going to be called ball 3. If he gets walked and loads the bases up here, Wildcats definitely not in the best set of circumstances right now.
They're not in the best position right now.
And this is, I would assume, probably not going to help the ERA of Nunn, though I don't believe anything. Oh, wow. That is unfortunate. Line drive caught at third base. Isaac Seeger has to dive back over to second. They make a bit of a miscalculation with the throw there, so Isaac Seeger is going to advance to third. That's going to pick up the second out of the inning, and Harding absolutely hammered that ball.
Yeah, that was a really good stop there by the third baseman.
It literally went right into the glove there of Minyard, or I don't know that he would have been able to stop that one. As Eric Barr, the senior, stepping up now, with Proctor and Seeger still both on base. And again, a home run here would end the game with the run rule. Eric Barr going to blast that one over to right field. It is fielded, so Seeger's going to come in with plenty of time. Cole Proctor going to make it to second, so 2 runners on. Jared Harned going to step up here. The Tigers with an 8-run lead as 1 runner in scoring position, and then Eric Barr over there on first. As no courtesy runner coming in, but Jared Harned now stepping up here with an opportunity to get this one close to its finish, or even to its finish if he is to hit this one particularly hard. Either way, again, 8-run lead for the Fighting Tigers, so things looking very promising right now. And I'm sure if you are Grayson Nunn, you are not feeling the best having to come into this one with the bases loaded. Either way, first pitch on the way, and that one well outside. I think Proctor would have been able to easily make it on over to third, as he had a pretty big lead there. They actually made the throw back to second, but it was...
Yeah, I wasn't even close. I don't know why I do that, honestly.
I mean, that's got to be a hard throw to make there after diving in the dirt to catch the ball and then trying to throw from your knees all the way over to second. But either way, Harned here now with the 1-0 and fouls that one off. Looked like, couldn't tell if it hit his leg definitely somewhere.
Yeah, somewhere.
Either like hit straight off his toe or hit his leg somewhere, but he's definitely walking around in a little bit of pain after that one. As Jared there taking a little bit of a shot, so 1-1 count now with 2 outs on the board. And runners still on first and second. Cole Proctor over there at second. I'm sure he can move around if one's put into the outfield here, but again, a sac fly won't do it with 2 outs on the board, so going to have to be something on the ground here if they want to get it done. Or a line drive, I guess, would also work. Either way, the 1-1 on the way here from Nunn. Harned going to indeed hit that line drive right over the head of the second baseman. Cole Proctor going to come all the way around here. And let's see.
I'm just going to bring Eric Barr home, too. We're going to...
So Eric Barr comes in. Jared Harned slides into third. I believe that's going to pick up 2 runs, and that'll be the ball game.
Yep, that's the ball game.
I couldn't really tell. I think the umpire and catcher were both blocking my perspective, but I'm assuming the throw in from center field was just abysmal.
Yeah, it was not good.
If that's going to score both of those runners. As that's going to do it for us here. In the bottom of the 5th, the Fighting Tigers, after a 2 RBI triple, not really. I don't think really a triple necessarily.
Yeah, just the Ayers made.
Yeah,
so.
I think we'll give him a double though there for that one. But Jared Harned knocking in a couple of RBIs, going to finish it off. The Fighting Tigers with a fantastic performance there, picking up 6 runs in the bottom of the 5th.
So the score finished out at 15-5.
As not exactly expecting that one to go to run rule after the Wildcats making a 4-run comeback there. In the top of the 3rd. But the Fighting Tigers, the bats were hot today. And hopefully they can keep that going into tomorrow as they're going to take on the Red Devils of Owensboro. But that was a fantastic game for them. Do you have any additional commentary you'd like to provide?
Nope, I don't have anything.
Any more fun questions?
Nope.
All right. Well, we saw some fantastic performances across the board. We saw Wyatt Burnett stepped in there, did a fantastic job pitching. Only had 1 inning that really didn't go his way. And then... and that really wasn't so much his fault as much as, my goodness, the throws they were making to Jared Harned over there at first were questionable at best. But yeah, either way, making a very solid play as far as perseverance is concerned to finish that one off, particularly giving up 4 runs there in the top of the 3rd. As the Fighting Tigers, the bats were hot all day. A grand slam from Cole Proctor, who looked like he may have been coming into pitch there. Had the game not ended in the bottom of the 5th, but the Fighting Tigers going to win on a run rule, bottom of the 5th, 15-5 over the Wildcats. And do you have any additional information or anything, or are we all good to go? All right, well, it looks like we are going to wrap things up here at Tiger Field. We will see you all tomorrow, I believe, at noon. It will not be live. It will be tape delayed, so you can expect it hopefully around, I don't know, 3, 4 o'clock. You know, maybe watch it like when you're eating dinner. You know, I'm sure that'd be enjoyable. Although I know my commentary can get a little bit, I don't know, interesting at times, particularly around the dinner table. But yeah, hope you all enjoyed. If you're not subscribed, I don't know what you're doing to Breck Live. You know, we love to have new subscribers, but thank you for tuning in either way, even if you are not subscribed. Congratulations to the Fighting Tigers after that big win over the Edmonson County Wildcats. We'll see you all tomorrow around noon as the Fighting Tigers going to take on Owensboro High School with the Red Devils. We may have a very special guest joining in to commentate tomorrow. Either way, thank you all for tuning in. And as for me and Skylar here at Breck Live, we are signing off. Everyone have a great night.
Signing off.